Section A, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Has kind of a strange feel to it because that kick for the 3 and. Let me show you 2 more times, a little bit faster each time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? And finally a little closer to full speed. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and. So then it would look like this. Section B just kind of continues off the last section. Notice that I don't usually count all the ands. I don't usually go and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just because it's a moderately paced song and it would be hard to keep up with that. So what I like to do is just count what's there. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. And I find that by just counting what's there, it plays a little smoother, and then you know you're just doing the eighth notes on the crash. So it's and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Section C, one of the things I really like about this song is the way that Zach has composed it and how he'll take a theme, and, for example, that kick on the and then there'll be a variation throughout the song so that it's just slightly different from what you're used to hearing, or it kind of challenges you to hear it in a different way. In this section, you're going to switch to the hi-hats, come in on the and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. And you're going to hear that kick on the and throughout the entire song in all kinds of interesting ways that makes everything loop back where it finishes in the right spot, but it's a journey to listen to it. So let me show you that section again. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 3, and. Truth be told, on that green fill, if you go and 2, and 3, and 4, and, no one's going to notice the difference if you take that hi-hat strike away on the 4, or if you just go and 2, and 3, and 4, and. I like it that way better because it sets you up to move around the kit a little bit more quickly. Section D, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. One more time, a little slower. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Section E, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So again, it's that placement of the and kick that sort of gives it kind of this like different sort of feel, but everything lands where it's supposed to. So a lot of the sections in the song are going to follow that same concept with the call and response between the kick and snare. Section F, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, Section G is a long one. Let me just show you each bar from left to right one time only. So the chorus, after that crash on the and previously, comes in with and 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 times. Remember, cut out the 1. So the rhythm of it is and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. At 49 seconds, he just kind of does the snare with the crash and the kick with the crash. And 2 and 3 and 4 and into the blue fill at 51 and 2 and 4 and. Then he would go back in the chorus and then he would finish out with that 4th bar. And the 4th bar is pretty similar to what you've been playing for the chorus, but he crashes at the end. And 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I will play it as though I'm on the 6th time for the chorus. Bar 1, bar 2, bar 3. Bar 1 3 times, bar 4 1 time. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the green twice, blue once, green once, blue once, like this. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and then you rest up until it starts kind of that section. Section I is the call and response. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. A couple different ways you can orchestrate that coming into that yellow fill, but the idea is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But you know, there's times I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You could play that a lot of different ways. Couldn't really tell the difference. So again, 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Section J, kind of similar to what you've seen, but a little bit quicker speed on the hi-hat. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and. So let's break that down. It's what you've seen with the verse. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. And you'll notice in the song, just sort of based on the rhythm of the lyrics, you'll kind of be able to feel like how long you're supposed to, just for any reason, in case you got lost, if you weren't counting, ideally you'll count it, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let me show you that again. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 2 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and. So the way I remember this fill is you play up to the 2E. 1 E and a 2E. Your right hand will be raised. And a 3E. So 1 E and a 2E and a 3E. And then you come back to the snare and a 4E and. Again, you should notice in the rhythm of the lyrics, like kind of where you're supposed to break. But if you got lost, you just remember that it's right after the 2E that you transition. 1E and a 2E, and then it's just da-da-da-da, right? And a 3E, back home to the snare, and a 4E, and a lot of the cadence of this song kind of has that sort of feel. And 4E, and 4E, sort of feel to it. So let me show you the whole thing nice and slow. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and 4, and 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and. So the fill one more time. 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and full speed. Ready? 1E, and a 2E, and a 3E, and a 4E, and again. 1 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 3 and 4 and. Section M at 132 takes that theme of the yellow fill, right? And then plays with the orchestration in bar 4. So check this out. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So took it from the hi-hat, shifted it to the toms. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Section N at 139, it's that lengthy chorus piece. Again, let's say that I've played the chorus 5 times. This is number 6, and I'm playing it from there on. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, 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 and 4, and. What makes that part tricky is navigating where each bar goes. It's bar 1 6 times, bar 2, bar 3, bar 1 3 times, bar 4 1 time. Section O, a couple fills you've seen before. Again, the red is going to be another variation of the theme, sort of that 3 and 4 that you've seen, but now it's combined with that you've been seeing on the kick through a lot of the verse. So again, he's playing with the idea of theme and then a slight variation. So the green, then red, then blue, green, blue, then bar 4. Each bar left to right 1 time, nice and slow. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. One more time, nice and slow. And 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Section P, the call and response with the kick and the snare. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 4, and. Here it is again. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 4, and. Section Q at 2:14, just continuing that call and response with the snare. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 4, and 2, Again. And 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and 4. The best part about hot rods or roots is they always catch under the hi-hat when you're trying to show something, and then they delay you. That fourth bar, and 2, and 3, and section R, the interlude at 220, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, and 2, and. Section S, 227, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1. Easily the most difficult part of the song. Let me show you one more time nice and slow, and then we'll break it down. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1. There's a tendency to want to delay going into the fill at 231, but you don't. It literally, starting from bar 3, goes and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4, and 1. So you have to think of this as one continuous call and response, starting from the, my phone's blowing up, starting from the 3 in bar 2. So let me show you everything, and I'll show you what really kicks in. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now watch this. 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, I'll show you the whole section 2 more times. Once at slightly faster than that, and then once like 75%. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 1. Okay. Now it's likely I won't even count this time because it all happens so quickly. But let me see if I can get the count out correctly. And 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 2 and 1. And then if you want really close to full speed, section T is that long chorus block. Let's say I've played the first bar 5 times, the 6th time, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Section U is something that we have pretty well seen previously. The first 3 chunks, green, red, blue, green, blue, and then something else. And again, the something else is just a variation on that call and response that you've been seeing with kick and snare, and the sets of 2. So in the composition, he just blends those together. Each bar 1 time, nice and slow. But that's all I'm going to play, so pay attention. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4 and 2 and 4 and. Did you catch it? I'll do it again. I would never leave you hanging. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 Section V, just a back and forth with the snare and the kick. And 2 and 3 and 4 and Now into that hunter green fill at 303, 2 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and into the third bar at 307. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So again, that 3 and 4 is something you've been seeing here. 3 and 4 and he just moves it to the toms. 3 and 4 and. Each bar once.